Greetings from the right coast. This is Mad Shad. Check it out. Wonderful day. We're on the beach. Can you see the sun? Yeah. Interesting day. It's cloudy. The clouds are low to the sky and moving fast. Beyond that is blue sky. There's Charity hunting kittens, hunting the kitties because they smell like tuna fish, right, Charity? Yeah, because they just ate. I just watched the lady bring out a plate of tuna fish. Like 10,000 cats devoured it in like 2 seconds. It's crazy. So, what come on, this way. Great live last night with Native and Devout and the 3%er and Dangerous Freedom. Working that Constitution. Guys, we need to know that stuff. You wasn't taught it in school. Even if you was, I mean, you still gotta study that stuff, man. That's who we are. That's why we are. That's how we are. And we all know that there's been a fundamental breakdown on the Constitution for quite some time. Oh, terrible lighting. There we go. Yeah, so it's good to know these things. If you wasn't taught it in civics class, civics history, American history, American government, which was required when I was in school, you know, that kind of thing. Very important. Something I really wanted to talk about today is what I had on my mind was la migra. You know, that kind of thing. I gotta tell you though, guys, I'm sore as fuck. that march of that hump that I did was hellacious. I am a hobbling monkey right now. So morning. But yeah, right in the hamstrings, right behind the knees. Oh, nice. So what did I do? I eat a whole chicken. One of those rotisserie chickens you get from, you know, from Walmart. Yep, gobbled that thing down. I've been drinking fucking water like it's crazy. It is, wow, it is a lot of traffic going on here. So yeah, what the hell is going on at our borders? We all kind of know, don't we? Kids in cages, fucking sleeping in Mylar bags. You know, everybody's been posting, you know, Veritas. You know, when they came out with all the, gotta love Veritas, man. They bust out the actual evidence of the bullshit and the blatant lies. And so, why would a snake, first snake I've seen in a while, and it's a baby. We're out of here. Did you guys catch that? I don't know. Gotta watch your step around here. getting warm. Last night was a interesting night. Had all the doors and windows open. There's screens on the doors and windows, but interesting night. It stayed 70 degrees into the night. Oh. But why are all these people coming across the border? Don't they know how screwed up this country is? Well, even as screwed up as this country is, and even as bad as things might seem, it's a lot better than their situation. So, you know, little known fact about Mexico and Honduras and El Salvador, all those places. Yeah, it's poor. It's very, very poor. Car, get out of the road. Good girl. It's very, very poor, and you either have or you don't. So, when I mean have, I mean you have. You got a job. You got. It's a lot like us, but there's a lot of freedom, because there is no real government presence. It really isn't. I mean, you can basically do whatever the fuck you want. If you can get away with it. Because total freedom. Think about that for a minute. Total freedom. Having the freedom to do as you please. Sounds great, doesn't it? Well, there's nobody stopping anybody else from having total freedom. So, what's stopping them from taking your freedom? Which is what happens. People just take what they want. You know? And that's what they do. So, there's a lot of crime. But there's no way of telling how much crime is there. You know? Over there, it's all about power, money. Cartels run the show. Warlords and gangs. Family is a really big thing. It's a hell of a concept. You have to band together. That's why when they come over here, there's like 30 people to a house. Because, you know, they got to pool their resources and security. So, we don't live like that, do we? No. I've been a lone wolf for a long, long time. It would have been easier if I would have had a family home, 3 generations of family wisdom and knowledge. People to share the burden. And that's what they do. We don't necessarily do that, do we? No. It might be something that we might have to entertain. Because when things go bad to worse, which may or may not happen, all indicators are pointing to that direction. You know, family is still family. So having that support base, know that you can always come back and get you a plate. have a place to sleep. Oh, these guys. I have to work on finding them a place to live. That starts today. Officially starts today. I've been doing it for off and on, trying to find suitable, place to put them. A new home for the cats. Because I can't take them where I'm going. Oh, second breakfast. We've already had first breakfast. But you gotta think about that. Family. Support group. And yeah, we're a community. Well, what is a community? What is a family? Well, over there, it's cut and dried. It's pretty obvious. There you go, buddy. It's family. And family takes up for family. Family protects family. Most countries, it's all about family because that's all they know. That's what works. We've had so much prosperity, and so much opportunity that family's by the wayside. Family is no longer important. Yeah, we still do. I don't. My family got splintered a long time ago. I mean, that's just what happens to families, I guess. When you go off to find your own, seek your own way. So yeah, don't be surprised when a family of, can't say illegal aliens now, can we? Because they're not illegal. We just let them right. They just let them right in. I say we didn't let them in, but they did. So don't be surprised if 20 to 30 to 50, immigrants, whatever, live in a house or an apartment. They all share one car. That kind of thing. Don't be surprised, because that's all they know. That's all they have. That's what they have to survive. And you know what? They're gonna thrive, and we're gonna suck it. We're gonna be hating it. So, the ones that are here, they're here. The ones that are coming, it's gonna be interesting. Now, me being a lifetime laborer, that's all I've done my life. I've spent a lot of time with a lot of migrant workers of all different, from different countries. There's all kinds of labor missionaries that the Russians come here, the Scottish come here, the Irish come here, and it's interesting to watch. They get right to work. They don't give a damn. They don't care what you ask of them. They're going to do it. And they might spend the summer here and go back home, and you know, now they've learned their 4th language. I'm not saying it's wrong. Well, what I am saying is that that's different. That's something sponsored. That's something that's encouraged. Sharing of cultures and ideas. We're a melting pot of this society is a melting pot anyway. It always has been. But what it means to be an American has never changed. And there's a lot of immigrants that came here, that are coming here and came here the right way. They became naturalized citizens. They took the test. They learned English. They immersed themselves. They know more about our country and government and history than our average kid in school, in high school, who should know everything. But no. We have allowed all that to go by the wayside. So we're going to see a drastic cultural change. We are. They are going to slowly assimilate. Slowly. Okay? They're going to do things that a lot of us don't want to do. And it's going to change everything. It has been changing everything for quite some time. How many years has this thing been going on? 10, 20 years of this trickle. And 100,000 people is a trickle. 330 million. Yeah, that's a lot of. You can change the dynamics, and yeah, you could say it's programmed. It's planned. Totally changed the paradigm of who we are, but you know, it's kind of our obligation to bring them along. You know, it's funny. I've been to a lot of countries, and I've experienced the hospitality. I've also experienced the animosity. You know, some countries, if you don't speak the language, if you don't look like everybody else, nobody has anything to do with you. They just kind of turn their back on you, like, no, he's not one of us. Yeah. Here it's a, you know, we're a mixture of people, mixture of races and ideas and, you know, religions. That plays a big part of it. Everybody's religious. Most of these people are Catholic. And any time that you inject a large population of people into a country, it changes everything. It adds to the flavor, the stew pot. You know. There are problems too. Yeah, our biggest concern, which it should be, is disease and the criminal element. They come right on in and they take advantage. They got to figure out a way to circumvent the laws and stay gray, if you will, so they can do what they want, which they will. We all know Miss 13 and all those other gangs and cartels. Man, they make a fortune. They make a fortune off of us. But we're still Americans. And it's just something we have to deal with. You know, as much as the idea of bugging out, getting away from it all, you're eventually going to have neighbors. Of course, this is a big country. Big. diverse country. You can walk out in the middle of nowhere and be lost. Never see a soul for years. But, you know, what is it, 7.5, 7.8 billion people in the world? It is growing exponentially. Not COVID. Cigarettes. It's just one of those things, you know, we got to face. That's what we have to do. We have to face it. And they have to too. They're strangers in a strange land. Being invited in, being taken care of, and given all kinds of free stuff. Ain't that a way to, you know, hey, Biden sent me. You know, I get this house for free. I get this car for free. I get a living wage. Yeah, we know this is, they don't want borders, but they will. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Eventually, they're going to border everything so that they can control. Once they pack an area, then they can start changing that area. And we know who they is. This is all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. You know. For us, they have to change what it means to be an American, which they've been doing for quite some time. So there, it starts with our kids. You know, you send your kid to school, you think he's going to get a great education. No, they're getting indoctrinated into the future. They become the future Khmer Rouge, the future Marxist rebel. But they know that there's still a social you know, a family unit, a peer and norm that makes them American. You know, even though it's all, you know, what they consume in the social media, you know, it's still tempered by patriotism and by American way of life. So they have to learn to coincide or rebel, and we all know about you know, youthful angst and rebellious nature, and you know, we've all been there. You know, but this whole idea that, man, I don't know. This whole idea that they can radically change the American way of life. You know, at some point in time, there's going to be some type of pushback. And we're already starting to see that. Cancel culture, the cancel of the cancel culture, our own cancel culture. You know, so you either conform or you don't conform. And in doing so, you conform. How does that work? That's how it works. Even if it doesn't work. It works. Even if you inject all kinds of manner of people unto pertaining and different ideologies and something that's shapeable and moldable, you know, we have to understand that the powers that be are not. We are. We are, not them. So we only have ourselves to blame. We really do. And it seems like a very daunting task. It really does. And a lot of times it is. It's futile. A lot of the shit. Because our own system is working against us. And we keep asking, why? Why is this happening? Why? We know why. We just don't want to face up to it. Our world is changing. It is. And we either change with it or change it ourselves. How do we do that? I know, that's what people are going to ask. How do we do that? Well, how are they doing it? Andrew Jackson said the best thing for did he say? Yeah, the best thing for a democracy is a rebellion every now and then. And I'm not talking kinetic. Bloodshed is never really the answer. Sometimes it is. Sometimes there's no other choice. But you see how they've done it through ideology, through thinking, through speak, through, other ways, other means. Our founding fathers, they wrote this amazing document as a guide for self-governance. We need to self-govern. It is not... they are not the authority. We are the authority. It's just that we're so splintered. We're not organized. Somewhat we are. There is the possibility. But everybody has their own little different idea of what it is to be an American. How things should be. It's crazy. It's crazy. You ever made a stew? Well, you put a few ingredients in it. If you put not enough ingredients in it, it's bland, it's lackluster. If you put too much ingredients in it, it becomes unedible. It becomes unpalatable. There's too many spices and herbs and ingredients. It's just like, what the hell did I just make? I can't eat this. I gotta throw it away. You gotta have just the right amount. And we used to have that. We used to have that. And it should not really matter about your race, your color, your creed, your religion, your sexual orientation, your proclivities, whatever. But first and foremost, you have to be an American. You have to be a member of this society. And before you can do the whole life, liberty, pursuit of happiness thing, you have to be an American. So that's it. That's the secret. Our government, for decades has just been becoming the authority. And we go along with it. We look to that authority. We long for it. We want somebody in charge. and we try to up manage, you know. Well, my leader needs to do this, do that. No, you know what he's going to do? He's going to line his pockets and he's going to get power and control. And people are going to touch him and get to him and make him do what they want. And it's not going to be in your best interest. And that's exactly what's happened. Governance. Power, authority, and control. But to be in this society, you have to conform to all the little things that we have to do. You gotta pay your taxes. You gotta follow the traffic laws. You can't be late for work. You can't say bad things to your boss. You know, you gotta do stuff. You gotta follow the rules and laws of the land, which are not yours. And make no sense. All the while trying to have that pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. What does that all mean? What does it all mean if we just let people tell us what to do? It means nothing. It means nothing. That's what we wanted. Well, yeah, here we are. As the world just keeps on going and the sun keeps rising and birds keep chirping and rain keeps falling, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because we've seen this time and time and time again throughout human history. And that's what it is. It's human history. We just keep trying to figure out better ways to govern ourselves, to live, we're always at the mercy of someone else. And I don't care how independent you think you really are, you're not. You're always going to be at the mercy of those in power, those in authority. At any point in time, they can take what they want and do what they want. Charity. What? What is it? Nothing. It's all good. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Shh. So trying to navigate in that type of world, that type of, it's hard to do. Psst. Psst. Stand down. Stand down. Nope. It's okay. No, it's okay. So, I'm gonna leave it at that. This is Mad Shad. Encourage you all to be Americans. Yep, be Americans.